I just can't explain what I saw. The lighting was just too, it was so elaborate, you know? And like when I saw the freaking orb or whatever, I don't know, people call them plasma balls. You know, I was saying to myself, am I seeing, that's what I'm saying, am I seeing something from, you know, out of, you know, that has nothing to do with this planet? You know, I don't know what I saw. I have no idea what that was. The one thing that I'll say is that it looked, this is no shit, it looked out of like a Spielberg film or something. You know, it was just so high-tech looking. That's how I describe it, as like it looked like something out of a science fiction movie, like a really good science fiction movie. But it was like, you know, I saw it close enough, and then since then I've been online and I've looked to see what other people are saying that they see, and it's the same thing that I'm describing, which is an orb. There's just no way that it was a drone, and the only person with a drone in the area is like this kid. This thing would have cost, if you were going to do a hoax, this thing would be thousands of pounds, thousands of dollars to make. And the other thing about it was that it was totally quiet. It didn't make a sound. And when I saw it, there were 25-mile-an-hour winds, you know. A drone couldn't even function in that. And the kid next door that saw it with me, he brought up a lantern, like one of those Chinese paper lanterns that have a candle in it. That wouldn't function in the wind, and that would not explain the lighting that we saw, you know. I don't know what it was. All I can say is it sort of has changed me. It has. It sort of freaked me out a little bit. I'm a guy that, I'm all about science, and I've always been, oh, UFOs, we don't have any proof of that shit. You know, now I don't really even know what to think. Seriously. And I'm aware that I put out Bigfoot videos on YouTube. I'm just saying that me and my neighbors saw this thing. I can't explain it. There's no explanation for it. You know, I think about shit differently ever since I saw it. I'm a little freaked out, honestly. It's like, it was just so high-tech looking. It was spherical. It wasn't even drone shape, you know. And I understand that you could probably make a drone look like it was a round object by lighting it in a particular way, but that's not. This thing was close enough. I could see that really wasn't what it was. It was, you know, like I said, it looked like it was bioluminescent or something. It was, like you could sort of see through it. I don't know what it was. I'm finding out now that Lake Seneca, these deep lakes, Lake Seneca's over 600 feet deep, that evidently there's a lot of these things seen in this in areas of deep water. That's where I saw the first thing that I saw, which was a orb type object, but it was so high up, you know. It's like, you know, when I was tired, so I chalked it up to being tired, you know. And then the other thing that I saw, I talked about this recently, was like driving up to my house. I saw it off to the side of the road, and I'm like, what is that, a drone? It was like fucking 2 o'clock at night, you know. Similar sort of lighting, but I remember it had some bluish, it was like more like a blue hue to it. I just don't understand if a UFO was from another dimension or whatever, why would it be colored like that? Why would they have lighting? Why wouldn't it just be invisible? You know what I'm saying? Invisible to the naked eye. I don't get the whole thing. I'm a little freaked out. I had to pick up some wood. It's freezing. in Beaver Dams, New York. The other thing that I've noticed about since this has happened is that I'm constantly looking at the sky. I want to see it again. I do. I want to see it again because it was just like so unbelievable. It was like, it was crazy. And that's the thing that I'd like to say is that if the neighbor kid next door wouldn't have been out in the yard, I'd be thinking I'm losing my fucking mind. You know, like, did I really see that? That's how it was. That is exactly how it was. It was so elaborate, you know? As somebody that's worked with lighting before, and many different kinds of lighting, it's the truth. I've done a lot of stuff with lights in museums, art galleries. I don't know how I'd reproduce that look. It's the truth. I really don't know what I saw. You know, I'm going back home. When I let the dogs out, I go out in the backyard and I start looking again. I want to see it. I want to see it again. I wish I would have had my camera on me, you know? The boy who cried wolf, too. You know? It's a real fucking problem. Like, you know, it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. If my neighbor saw it, I saw it. I find it hard to believe it was a drone, and if it was military, why would the military be flying some type of top secret thing in that area, and wouldn't it be cloaked? Like, why would there be lighting? Like, does the lighting have to do with its energy, like how it's propulsion or something? I just don't know. The thing of it is it just really changed me. You know, I'm so much about science, and I got to see some proof or something. I just don't know what to think now. I was like, you know, these people that have seen UFOs, like it's something else. It's like, see, I'm looking again. I'm just constantly looking now. Like, chalked it up to narcissism. Like, I saw something that someone else didn't see. Or, you know, it was something else. Like, there was something explainable. You know, there was something that, you know, it could be explainable. Like, maybe it was, you know, like a drone or something, you know? It's a quadcopter with lights on it. That's not what this was. It's just the area, it's just the way that it looked. I just don't know what to think at this point. I can't explain this. I feel like so different than I did 3 weeks ago, you know? If you would have asked me 3 weeks ago about UFOs, I would have said, well, I thought I saw something goose hunting once, but man, this thing was just so close. It was like within 1,000 feet, maybe between 500 and 1,000 feet away. It was that close. I just really don't know. That woodblock, that was in regards to the balls of light that were seen, I believe, in Nuremberg in like maybe like the 1300s or something, the woodblock print. I keep thinking about that and thinking, like, if there were a bunch of them, that is like, and that's probably how I would have drawn it. And I've drawn the things since then. I have. Here's 2 drawings that I did of this thing that I saw, but keep in mind, I saw it at night. I drew it on pictures I took during the day. It just was fucking bizarre. I don't know. I hope it comes back, because I want to see it again, you know?